Hi guys, it's Mono. How's everyone doing? Good, good, good. I hope. This has been a long time coming, this video. Today I'm doing a spotlight on Teone, or I think it's Teone. Correct me, Teone, if you ever watch this. Teone Reinthal's brand of perfumes. I firstly need to say thank you to two people. Teone, I'm going to keep mixing that up. I'm going to say Teone because that's how it sounds in my head. Teone for sending me these, and secondly to Kate Apted, who is a subscriber of mine from Australia, who I think arranged this. Kate, you said, I was under the impression that you were going to send me these things, but then they came directly from Teone, so yay for that. This is the first natural perfume brand that I've wanted to shout about. I've had these for a while, but let me just break it down. I have a problem with natural perfumes usually. All of the ones that I've tried and discovered, and of course I did my course on natural perfumery, I just have trouble with the dry downs. The ones I've tried thus far have just been a little bit lackluster, and I know how difficult it is to make a natural perfume sing, because I tried and it was hard, okay? So these are the first ones I've tried that I've just really felt really cool when I've tried a couple of them. They just kind of really blew me away, so I wanted to do a spotlight. The perfumes are great, and Teone sent me 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Quite a mixed bunch from different collections. On Fragrantica she has 88. There's less than that on the site, so I don't know, on her own website, so I don't know if that's because some are out of production or how it works, but these are natural perfumes from Australia, and it's the first Australian brand I've talked about as well. She is from Brisbane. She makes the perfumes herself. She is the nose, she is the creator. They are completely natural. There are no boosters, modifiers, enhancers, anything like that. So natural perfumes are a different beast entirely to anything that has all of this stuff in. They behave differently, they unfold differently, they dry differently, and these are the best ones I've tried. So that's why I'm doing a video on them. Teone Reinthal actually has Doctor before her name. She is an artist. She is a qualified aromatherapist who obviously has developed herself into a perfumer, or kind of does both, I guess. So she knows her natural ingredients very well, and it shows when you smell the perfume. So they came in this little tub of joy. It smells so nice in here. I think there was a feather in there that just went up my nose. That's a good start. So I'll start with the first three that aren't part of any particular collection, I don't think. They're just, on Fragrantica, her fragrances are divided into little mini lines. So the first one is called Bodhi, or Bodhi, or Bodhi. The bottles are really stunning. They come in, I think, 10 mils, 30 mils, and 50 mils, or it might be 10 mils, 30 mils, and 100 mils. You can go on the site, I'll put it in the link below. The bottles are beautiful. They're kind of vintage looking. They're all kind of different as well from each other, which is lovely. They just look rich and luxurious. So, oh my gosh, that feather is giving me some ag right now. So Bodhi is a white floral. I'm just going to be looking at stuff online just to do it as we go, because I've only tried a few of them and instantly knew that I liked them. It's a chypre, this one. It's pink grapefruit, orange bergamot, lemon, orange blossom neroli, pink lotus, rosemary galbanum, and patchouli. So it sounds like an aromatic orange blossom. You have to bear with me because they're quite awkward to open, but I'll edit out all of the fumbling, don't worry. So this is going to be skin tests because they're not little sprayers. But yeah, the ones I've tried, I've just thought, oh wow, really good. So this is Bodhi. So lovely. So the main thing here is a kind of citrusy neroli. It's got backbone though. These fragrances don't feel like any other natural perfumes I've tried, and that's why I've chosen to do this video, albeit a long time after I got the perfumes, but still, I get to things eventually, guys, I really do. So this one's lovely. It's got body. It's called Bodhi. And it's got a sharpness, and you can obviously feel how naturalistic this is, but it's not got that kind of wateriness. None of them have the wateriness that you sometimes get from naturals in the dry down especially. I like it. It's very spring, it's very summer, and it's really centered around, to me it's neroli with a citrusy feeling and then just this touch of aromaticness coming from the rosemary. But it doesn't smell like rosemary. It just smells like something aromatic with a beautiful neroli. It feels like you could just bathe yourself in it and then just go about your spring day. I really like this. She says that it's for warm weather, and it does feel like that. It's not just a regular citrus, it's lovely. The use of citruses with neroli I really like. So she says it's fragrant as a tightrope walker dancing through an orchard, sweet floral elements and sharp clean aspects, and that's exactly what it is. And she says it has gorgeous sillage. This is just kind of mini first impressions testing. So the next one is called Botticelli, and this says red petals drop, passion filters, damp linens, crushed velvets ago. He pales beneath the sudden fire of rubies in her eyes, a breeze of Italian summers. So this one is a chypre again. This one has bergamot, lemon, petitgrain, jasmine, sambac, damask rose, juniper, patchouli, ambrette, oak moss, labdanum and vetiver. Let's see, as someone who is really not a fan of chypre, but I am turning onto them a little bit. Modern chypres I really like. This sounds like it's going to be a classic one. So we will see how it goes. You have to excuse me guys, but I actually feel really sick today. But this is the only time I can do this video over the next week because I'm super busy. So, oh, okay, this is nice. I can really feel, does this have rose? Did it say it has rose? Yeah, I can really feel rose mainly here. It's a really rich, kind of dark red, velvety rose smell that I'm getting. So this is like a rose chypre, I guess. So it's kind of earthy as well, but it's kind of got that powdery roseness. It's really punchy, this one. Again, no transparency here. They're really kind of full-bodied fragrances. She's a very good perfumer. I mean, I really tried when I did my course, and I know how difficult it is. I can't stress that enough. So you don't have any tricks, you know, there's no tricks or synthetics to help boost and lift things. It's just, you just got to work with what you have. So this one's mainly about rose. It doesn't really feel chypre to me at the beginning, but you know, I'll kind of try and visit them again. So for now, this is a big, bold, red, voluptuous rose fragrance. I'm going to put them in order so I don't forget. So the last one from the main one is called Embers. So this one's an oriental, I'm excited. This one is sandalwood, hold on a second. It says hefty dose of rare and precious Mysore sandalwood. So this has real Indian sandalwood in it from Mysore, which is seen as the best and sought after, or I think the best quality. Maybe not the best quality, but it's just sought after, it's quite rare. Bourbon, handmade bourbon vanilla tincture, labdanum. This is where you get the oriental from. Benzoin, rose otto, and a few special herbs and spices. Luscious, warm, cozy, like snuggling up in front of the fire with the love of your life, sipping a hot chocolate while a blizzard rages outside. So Embers. This sounds like it's going to be right up my alley, as long as there's not too much vanilla. I love orientals. Let's put it here. Oh my gosh, I feel so ill. I'm actually shaking today. It's so bad. Okay. This is nice. This is lovely, resinous, really fluffy vanilla here. Bourbon vanilla, when I've experienced it in perfumes, is usually the richest. I know, is it Madagascar that's seen as kind of the coolest, but bourbon vanilla, super rich. This is actually going into kind of more gourmand, so there is a lot of vanilla in here, but I can feel that same rose that's in Botticelli with labdanum, which is making it feel ambery. So vanilla and labdanum are part of the oriental, vanilla and labdanum are part of the amber accord anyway, so this feels ambery with a kind of extra jolt of bourbon vanilla and then that rich red voluptuous rose again. I don't really smell any herbs here, but this is nice. This has got power again. It's really full-bodied. It doesn't feel like a natural perfume. That's why I think she's so great. So we're going to move on to the last 4. The next one is part of her Exquisite Summer collection, and it's called Dragonboat. Cool name. The rose is really lifting off of my skin, wow. So Dragonboat. This one is silken watercolour of steam tendrils drifting around the crumbling walls of an ancient Chinese tea house. This one is osmanthus, honeysuckle and green tea. Lovely notes. Osmanthus is a flower that actually feels kind of fruity. It can be peachy, it can be apricotty, it can be leathery. It's a really cool flower, so I'm going to put this one on this hand. I'm expecting this one to be quite bright and fresh because of the tea. Ooh. Oh wow, you can really smell. This is lovely. This is almost like a fruit tea, but of the highest quality. Really lovely. Honeysuckle, you can really smell all 3 of those things here, kind of in equal measure. The honeysuckle here is lovely. It feels like walking past honeysuckle. There used to be honeysuckle down hanging down from an alleyway on my way to school when I used to go to school, and this is bringing back memories of that. So this is tea, this is fruity, and it's also fruity, and it's also got a lovely honeyed honeysuckle naturalistic feeling. This is beautiful, I love it. These are all very spring to me, even the oriental one. This is really nice. This is fluffy, beautiful labdanum and vanilla and rose. But yeah, anyway, back to this one, I digress. This is really comforting. She got it right with that one. This is lovely. This is a beautiful floral. Lovely honeyed floral with a spark of tea and fruitiness. So, this one is called Versailles. This is one I have tried before, and this is, I think, my favourite. This is from the Lusso collection. I'm not sure what that means. The roses wafting. They're literally, my hands are here and the rose is coming at my face right now. So this one is Versailles. It's a nod to Louis XII's passion for tuberose. So this is a white floral, no wonder I love it. So this one is tuberose, sandalwood, lemon, and neroli, is that? Neroli. This one I remember this is one of the first ones I tried, and this one actually smells a lot more like gardenia to me. Oh, this is by far my favourite one. It's absolutely beautiful. This really lets the tuberose sing, and this is what tuberose is about. When you smell commercial perfumes that don't have real tuberose in, I love them because I love that note, but when you smell something like this, it's just an entirely different experience. It's so lovely. It's green, it's super rich, it's silky, it's got a sharpness to it. And like I said, it actually feels like gardenia more than tuberose, and that is beautiful. I've been looking for a really good gardenia for ages, and even though this isn't a gardenia, I would wear this as a gardenia. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. As far as white florals go, this is up there with my favourites like Carnal Flower and some of the Serge Lutens ones. Just so beautiful. I want to wear this now, but I don't want to waste it because I'm going out soon to somewhere not suitable to wear that. So, amazing white floral. Again, just stunning. I love this. So, the next one is called Ambrosia, and it's from the Spring-Summer collection of last year, 2018. I think I've tried this one as well, but I can't remember. I tried them a while back. Oh, this tuberose. So good. I actually think all of them are different prices, so it's a bit redundant to put the price list in. So yeah, this one is a hippie festival of fragrant flowers. It's very much a sort of fragrance that most people associate with the natural perfume genre. She just wanted to make one that delivers a bouquet of bliss by having the truly beautiful blossoms that it features. This one is cold pressed mandarin, jasmine, ylang ylang, neroli, frangipani, blue lotus, which I know is a really expensive ingredient, atlas cedarwood, tonka, cardamom, cinnamon leaf, Sumatran patchouli, and Mysore sandalwood again. This one comes only in 15ml amber roll-on, so I'm guessing this one might be quite a pricey one. Look at those ingredients. I'm excited to smell this. Let's put it here. I've got one left after this. This feels a little bit tropical. This really is like a bouquet of flowers, but in a tropical country. It's smooth. My nose hairs are tickling. My nose hairs are tickling? No, they're not. My arm hairs are tickling my nose. This is smooth, rich, lots of different petals going along on. I can't smell sandalwood. This is really focused on flowers for now. It smells more like the tropical flowers as opposed to the jasmine or anything like that. So it's more frangipani, ylang ylangs behind. Oh, nice one again. Such great perfumes for naturals. I know I keep saying for naturals, but it's because I've experienced many bad naturals and it's so nice and refreshing to come across ones that are just lovely. I don't really feel any of the spice here, like cinnamon. I don't really feel any cardamom. This one lets the flowers shine, and I'm just going to pin it to a tropical floral that is more centred on frangipani. Luscious. Rich, luscious, just bouquet. This reminds me of like a wedding or something. This would be something that I could see a bride wearing. It's really elegant, lovely. So the last one is from the Aromatics collection, and it's called Petite Brise. Petite Brise. It's another chypre. Gentle breeze, delicious blossom scent of freshly picked Indian jasmine, Mysore sandalwood again, and petitgrain, it says here. So let's try that out. I'm not sure where the chypre comes into it, because chypres normally have kind of moss and bergamot. Maybe they're in there, but she only listed... I'm going to put this one really high up. I think this one's going to be, judging by the notes, focused on jasmine more, but we'll see. It doesn't feel like jasmine. It feels like a different type of flower than jasmine. It definitely feels white floral, but why is my nose feeling like it's something more... like it's something more syrupy than jasmine? I don't know. I can feel woodiness. Petitgrain to me is quite a woody note, and it is kind of aromatic as well. Sometimes it smells a bit like lavender, but not in here. This is a syrupy white floral. I can definitely feel the petitgrain, and I don't feel the sandalwood yet, but I'm guessing, you know, dry down. This one's hard to pinpoint because, like I said, not jasmine. To my nose, obviously it is. She's not lying, but tough one. Again, it's very rich though. It's kind of got a glossy sort of feeling to the floral, a glossy white floral with a bit of petitgrain in there. Again, rich though. So let me just quickly go over them. This was the neroli one. This one's changed quite a lot. It doesn't smell like neroli anymore. It smells kind of powdery. This one's changed as well. Embers, this is the amber. This one stayed quite linear. It's quietened down, but I can really feel amber. But a nice fluffy vanilla with amber. That one hasn't changed. Oh, my arm smells like a florist. My arms just smell so good right now. This one I really like. It feels like there's neroli in this last one as well. The one that was called, what was it called now? Petite Brise. They're really strong, and I've only put a swipe on, so I can only imagine when you spray these what they're like. Lasting power, I can't really comment because I haven't ever sprayed them. This is just to kind of tell you how they smell. I guess you could read reviews if you want to know more about the lasting power and stuff like that, but this was just to kind of overview and tell you how great I think they are. I like the way they're structured, I like the feel of them, I like the fact that they smell like naturals, but they don't smell like boring, weird naturals. And they have substance and they have bite, so I like them for that. But anyway, it was just a quick video. I am holding on because I feel really sick. right now. So sniffing perfume is probably not the best idea, but I'm going to a wedding and then I'm going to a 40th all in the space of 4 days. So I have to get going and get myself together. But anyway, thank you so much, Teone, Reinthal, and also Kate, for letting me get my nose on these. They're from Australia, born and bred, and they're made there as well, which is great. There's not many Australian brands that I've found, apart from one other. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and sorry I'm a little bit off kilter today, but that was my spotlight on TEONE Reinthal's beautiful natural perfumes. I hope you liked it. See you guys soon. Goodbye.